And we're live.
And we're putting the phone away.
All right. Aaron Whitlow.
Oh, yeah, I'm Brandon. It's Bobby. What's up?
This guy's drunk on life. All right. Welcome to the Markout Movie Podcast. We are doing a review of there it is, somewhere over there. 30 Days of Night, a film that is from 2000 and what was it, Brandon?
I believe it's 2003, but don't, take my word.
All right. It stars
Josh Hartnett.
Josh Hartnett.
Speaking of Josh, what's your favorite movie about Josh?
What the
That he
heck,
was in.
Brandon?
I mean, come on. I mean, just off of your head.
I can't think of one.
H2O?
No.
No.
I don't like Josh Hartnett as much.
Oh, you don't like Josh. Mine would be Pearl Harbor, even though he gets crapped on.
He was in Pearl Harbor.
Yes, with Ben. With Ben Affleck.
All right. If I got to choose one, it would probably be O. He was good in that movie. He is so good in that movie, I hated him. So that'd probably be my favorite movie with him.
So good you
never,
hated.
You never seen it, have you?
No, I have not.
Brandon
seen
doesn't
O.
watch black movies.
That is not true. I watch plenty of black movies. That's how I know so much about black people.
No.
Yep. Hey, I mean, you're always going there. Why can't I go there? Because I'm white.
Yes, because you're white. Because you have white privilege. And
I do not have white privilege. Most of my family has spent time in prison. So no privilege.
Stop, Brandon, you're way behind in life. Let's move to the movie. My guy. 30 Days a Night. Another movie about a man in his town, a small town in Alaska, that 1 month a year, is it? They suffer through 30 days of darkness. Alcohol is illegal. People get out of town just so they can not be engulfed by darkness for 30 days. But this time around, the town is going to be overran by vampires. And these are not the type of vampires that you'll see in Twilight.
No, these are toxic vampires.
These vampires in Twilight, actually, the Twilight has the same type of premise in the sense of.
Oh God,
I'm going to go there.
Don't.
Twilight, in the first Twilight, you have 3 vampires.
Well, everyone just left.
No, 3 vampires that came into a small town of
sparkling vampires.
Forks. I think it's what it's called, Fork. But anyway, so they come into this small town and they start eating and killing people, only for the sheriff, and they're not knowing that it's actually inhabited by the Cullens. And yes, I see it's actually on my shelf somewhere. It's up there. I ain't gonna lie to you.
What?
Twilight? Yes. Anyway, so I should remove the logo because it's cutting off part of Brandon's face, but that's okay.
It's all right. Let it cut it. I could be like Leatherface.
Anyway, let me get to this movie.
Go ahead.
All right, so Brandon, can you tell them a little bit about the movie? What's it about?
Well, you just told them. You literally just told them.
It's about vampires that come into the town.
Yes, it's about vampires that come into a town.
You know what I didn't realize? What I didn't realize when I first saw this movie back in the day, I didn't realize that it actually takes place over the 30 days of darkness. So it's not that the vampires are just in town for that one night and killing people. That actually takes place over the course of 30 days. I never made that.
It's literally in the title.
I know. I didn't even think about it. See, I have NVLD. We think abstractly. We don't really we struggle with concreteness. Well, we're very concrete rather. But yeah, I didn't notice it. But nevertheless, I'm noticing it now, and we're going to talk about it.
Well, I'm glad you're noticing things.
So let me go ahead, Brandon. I started this, and I wasn't really ready.
Well, we didn't have an intro, so there you go.
I didn't do the intro.
I wasn't ready either. I had a text message from someone.
Well, I hope it worked out for you, Brandon.
They were probably asking about the podcast.
Well, here it is. Here it is for the people.
We're live.
All right, here we go. So 30 Days a Night.
Okay.
We mentioned that it stars Josh Hartnett.
Josh Hartnett.
One movie I did like with him that I just thought about It was like it's him, and like they crash into a fence, and he has to build the fence back. And there's a girl in it, and it's like a romantic movie.
Oh, yeah,
I
yeah, yeah,
forgot.
yeah.
I think it has Julia Stiles in it.
I walk to remember. Oh, no. Don't. You're
Hey,
going to crash the light.
oh,
You're
no,
going to
no,
crash
no, no.
the light.
Get the dog. Grab the dog. Okay.
See, all you got to do is talk to the dog. That's all.
Brandon, you are bad. You're a bad individual.
You talk to the dog, he comes back.
All right, so Brandon almost allowed my dog to destroy the camera. All right.
Not the camera, the light.
Yeah.
But all you got to do is talk to the dog.
Tiffany says I was.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there you go. But yeah.
It was Tip. She
there you go.
Text me about the podcast.
Nice of her, Tiffany. Good job. Anyway, so this movie, I'm doing your job now, Brandon, real quick.
Are you doing the scores?
You want to do the scores? Do you want to do the scores?
I mean, I feel so great when I do the scores.
All right.
Although these scores aren't very happy.
I'm so surprised. And this is the first movie. Yeah, okay. I thought it was a sequel. I thought I put up the wrong one.
It's got a 6.6 out of 10 on IMDb. 51% like it on Rotten Tomatoes. 53% like it on Metacritic. Damn you, Metacritic. 91% like it on Google. I hate Metacritic. I don't like it.
It sounds like you hate Metacritic. Just
I
a little
do.
bit.
They hate everything.
All right. Well, Metacritic, we want you to sponsor us. So
we do not want their sponsorship.
We do.
No.
Anyway, so
Jesus.
This movie starts off with like the small town sheriff Evan, who was played by Josh Hartnett.
Got his name right.
He's trying to get the people are leaving town as they normally do at this time of the year, and you also have his wife. I don't have her name.
I think her name's Bella.
Her real name, man.
Which would go right into Twilight, because isn't that the girl's name, Bella?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, you would know.
Yeah, I know Twilight. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna be this guy and be like I'm ashamed. Yo, yes, I see.
I'm glad you love Twilight.
I don't love it, but it's Stella, by the way.
Oh, it's Stella. Well,
yeah. But Melissa George. All right, and so Stella is leaving because they are separating, and she's going to.
You want to know one thing I do not like about that storyline?
Hey, you just interrupt me, but yeah, go ahead.
Sorry.
Go right ahead, Brandon. What do you not like?
They do not tell why she's leaving him.
Does it matter?
Yeah, it matters. It matters. I want to know.
Well, I don't know.
I want to know why she's leaving. She doesn't want to talk to him.
Well, you know how that is.
I know exactly how that is, eh?
Yeah, it is what it is. Sometimes people want to leave people, Brandon. Ain't nothing you can do about it. Just let it go.
Let it go. Let it go. No, let it go.
This is so weird. Brandon is so weird right now.
Go ahead.
Anyway.
Go ahead.
So
I just thought they should have told why she left.
I think that it doesn't really, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter because she they were at a pass. They're in a cold place and they are gelling well. And so she's trying to bounce. She can't bounce because her vehicle gets wrecked, and now he's gonna have to. She's trying to get out of town, but at the same time, the stranger comes in town, played by Ben
Foster.
Ben Foster.
Do you remember where he got started?
Please just tell me, Brandon. Where did he start?
He got started on Disney.
Nobody cares. What show?
I care.
Even Stevens?
No, Tucker and something. He was Tucker.
Tucker Carlson.
I remember it was like in the late 90s, or mid 90s.
I think I remember him.
He was on Boston Public as well.
He was also in like one of these little teen movies too.
Yeah, he was with Kirsten Dunst.
Yeah. Just
get over it.
Yeah.
Back to that.
Yeah. Just get over it. But anyway, that was the name of the movie. I
appreciate you doing that. I really do.
No worries. But hey, we're gonna be transparent here on the Markout Movie Podcast. But anyway, so Ben comes into town and he really starts like he kills the dogs, which I don't condone killing animals like dogs and stuff. Chickens is fine and beef, whatever. But if you're eating them, not to be rude or mean. Anyway, I digress. Anyway, so
I don't understand how we got here.
So he chooses to. He comes into town. He's the only survivor on the ship that's wrecked.
Yeah.
And he comes into town and he gets them ready for the vampires. So he goes in, kills the dogs, He cuts the power lines, cuts off communication, burns cell phones. He does all these things, and he kills. Well, he doesn't kill. He doesn't actually technically kill anyone.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was confused at first. I thought he killed, but he didn't kill the man that was at that watchtower thing, right? The satellite post.
Yeah, I think it was him.
No, I think that it was vampires because it was vampires around them.
I'm
Brandon.
thinking.
The
Maybe
man,
not. Maybe not.
the man that gets
Oh,
killed,
yeah, okay,
and
you're right.
his
You're right.
head
Yeah,
ends up on a
Yeah,
post.
it's Danny Houston. I think that's his last name.
Danny Houston. Let's talk about him. So the vampires in this
Yeah,
movie
he's a really good vampire.
are really, really scary.
And toxic.
They why do you say toxic?
They're just very toxic vampires.
What do you mean by toxic?
I just mean they got a bad attitude.
Well, they're vampires, Brandon.
I mean, David didn't have a bad attitude. He was cool.
David? Nobody cares about David.
Hey, everybody cares about David.
David didn't make it. David died by Michael. But okay.
Okay, who do they remember? They remember David or they remember this Danny?
Everybody remember. Well, clearly not. But Danny is. If you
I
make
don't
a
know
list,
his name.
we're gonna call him Danny. No.
I mean,
No. His name in this movie is Marlo.
Marlo.
Yeah. Marlo is a cool vampire. He's
cool.
He's wearing a business type of suit, bloody.
Yeah.
He has his main vampire chick with these little weird looking eyes. They all have the weird looking eyes except for Marlo, really. And then and they don't make noise. They they don't talk. They make like weird throat noises. It sound like squeaks and stuff. Like that's when he just killed this one dude. We got it on the screen too. So anyway, this happens in this town, and they realize that there's vampires attacking. Oh man, the effects in this movie reminded me a lot of the effects that you would see in John Carpenter's Thing. And I kind of tend to like horror movies that take place in winter or wintry
isolation.
Yeah, not just isolation, because of course, Tremors is isolation. I love that. But I'm saying, like in Jaws, you can consider that isolation once they're on the boat. But I'm talking about in regards to winter atmospheric type of setting. So with the Thing, it takes place in, I think, Antarctica, and so it's just that coldness, and you got to deal with the elements. But other than the elements, you got this creature that is shapeshifting and becoming people and killing people, right? And then with this, you got to deal with the elements, the coldness, and the darkness that is happening for 30 days that you can't control. And then you have these vampires that come in here destroying them too. So it's just so much. It's just great, Brandon. I'm talking too much. Go ahead. What else you got?
I'm loving it. I'm loving it that you're talking.
All right, go, Brandon, tell the people what you think about the movie.
Oh, I thought. Well, he just said it. I mean, it deals great with the atmosphere, being isolated in Antarctica, and it reminds me of The Thing as well. So I mean, it's got a good. Well, we don't really get to know a lot of the vampires, but they are so bad and toxic.
You can use the word.
I keep saying toxic because they are. I mean, they're just. Oh, you don't want to be near them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like toxic people. You don't want to be near them.
You got one person in particular, Brandon?
No, I'm just saying you don't want to be near them.
Yeah, so you don't want to be. Well,
we don't want to be near any vampire, but I mean,
you don't want to be. That's what I was about to say, man. They're vampires. Nobody wants to.
These vampires are really.
Nobody wants to be around vampires. Like not even your precious David.
Hey,
if you go around David,
I want to be
eventually
around David.
He will kill you.
Maybe
you won't
not.
be a lost. He will not make you a lost boy.
He might make me a lost
boy. He is
boy.
not going to make you a lost boy.
Michael
seemed like he was going to make it.
Michael is boring.
All right, but anyway, you're not wrong. But yeah, they won't make
Corey
you.
Haim and give me the Frog
They
Brothers.
won't make you a lost boy. Near Dark, you might can fit in with those people. Bill Paxton, them. You might can fit in with them. Yes, I like Near Dark as well.
Near Dark's a good movie.
But these vampires, man, they elite. These are the elite vampires. These are some elite vampires. These guys.
I mean, I'm not disputing that at all.
They remind me almost of vampires that you've seen in Blade 2. those, but like
I vaguely remember Blade.
so
Like,
Blade 2, those their mouths kind of opened that way,
mhm.
I think. But they were just it's just like when I seen that movie, I was like, oh, this is a different type of vampire, like something. And that's the same reaction I got when I seen this because yes, we've seen the Davids, we've seen we've seen the from Fright Night, we've seen uh him, we've seen the Lestats, we've seen all those, type of vampires. But these vampires, they like we want them to be like savages, like very very violent vampires, and that's what you get with these vampires is violence.
I believe you're like the stranger. You want to be turned into a vampire.
Yeah, but yeah, I know that I'm not going to because the stranger wasn't turned. He was
No.
turned inside out. But
yeah, But I love his performance in this movie, Ben Foster's as the stranger. He's so creepy, and just out there, and he brings so much to the character. Though I was like, anytime he was on screen, I was like,
I apologize for the space right here. I want to say that there's a lot of space, but anyway, go ahead, Brandon. It's on my mind. I had to tell
the
people.
Space is on your mind.
Yep.
The space.
Brandon, space, like Spaceballs, is on my mind. But anyway, ludicrous speed. But anyway.
But yeah, I just really enjoyed anytime he was on screen. It was very limited, but I always enjoyed. I like Ben Foster though. I think he's a very underrated actor.
Yeah.
But yeah, I really enjoyed the story. I love when he. What was it that he got? The brother, Josh Hartnett's brother, threw something at him. Oh, I forgot what it was.
It doesn't really matter at the end of the day, does it? Or is it part of it?
I mean, it didn't matter. And he's like, I could use that to get out of here. And so the brother runs in there, so he grabs him, and Josh Hartnett ends up showing up and shooting him.
Yeah.
It's like, and he goes in like sheriff mode. It's like,
when did the grandmama die? The Elsa's grandma, was it?
I don't think she dies.
Okay.
I think they were like in the bunker when Josh Hartnett, shot himself up with some blood.
Yeah, so that's one thing I didn't catch. I didn't understand. What was the reason? Oh, I love this. So they're right now revealing the vampire. Like you didn't see it, but they jumped through the window. You see him raising up, but he didn't see it. But his wife gets pulled under the cabin.
Yeah.
And he's not. It's really, that was a really good way of not showing him. They did a good job of not revealing the vampires too soon, even with the first few kills. That's another credit that reminds me of Tremors in a sense, because Tremors did a great job of not revealing the graboids until it was time to reveal the graboids, until that big reveal. If they would have done it earlier in the movie, then it would have deflated the film. Just like Jaws. I'm going to go to Jaws. Jaws did a great job of not showing Bruce until it was time to show him. But it was because they couldn't show him because the shark was broken most of the times. Am I not wrong? Am I wrong?
You're not wrong. Why are we talking about a shark?
Because shark and this is all connected because a shark and a vampire are the same type of predators, man. They're going to come in and they're going to eat you and kill you and leave you. And they got no soul because you look in their eyes and all you see is darkness.
Sharks have souls.
Name one.
Bruce.
He is not a real shark. He is animatronic.
All right.
There you go.
Bella. She's from the Meg series. She got soul.
What the hell is a Bella?
She's from the Meg book series.
Nobody listens. You're the only person in the world I know that read that book.
Oh, there's plenty of people that read that book.
You and the author. Maybe his family.
There's a bunch of Meg heads out there.
Jason Statham.
Jason Statham didn't read the book.
Well, of course he didn't, because he didn't like the movie. He was even in it. But
he was in the movie. He stars as Jonas Statham. We're getting off topic, Aaron.
Let's get back to the vampire, Brandon. You gotta bring up some Bella shark. I'm gonna talk about the Bruce shark. No, we're gonna talk about the vampires. So yes, You mentioned Ben. Ben did a great job, but also you can't sleep on Josh Hartnett. He does an excellent job.
Yeah.
In this movie, he's a great actor, man, and I think that people don't really give him a lot of courtesy or credit, rather, because the man knows his thing. Like I like him in um, Penny Penny Dreadful. Um, what is Tiffany says? I did. I don't know what you mean. I don't know what that means, Tiffany. Give us.
She read the book.
Oh, whoa! You got one.
I've known I've gotten a few people to read the book actually.
Name one more.
I don't want to.
Of course you don't read it.
I really don't. I don't want to mention their name.
Yeah, she said yes. She read the book. I understand. We're not gonna mention that name, but they probably read it too and didn't like it. Anyway,
No, she actually liked it. They both did, but
it's okay.
it is.
It's some people like bad stuff, Brandon.
It's not bad, Aaron.
It's like The Cell.
You haven't read
I like
it.
I like The Cell, the Stephen King Cell. I like that. And and nobody really cared for it.
I didn't like that one.
See, I liked it, but yeah, I'm okay that you didn't like it.
I'm okay with it too.
That's fine. Anyway,
The movie's worse.
yeah, but this movie is better. So this vampire,
They're not vampires in Cell.
what? I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh
Anyway.
my god.
Anyway, the vampires in this movie I'm talking about. I know we're all over the place. We're having fun.
Aaron, you're all over the place.
My dog is all over the place. What are you doing, bro? What's going on, man? You good? You good? All right. So anyway, these vampires, and she said she loved the book. She read the book. Yeah. So the vampires. What's your thoughts on these vampires? Like other than toxic, use a different word. What is your thoughts on these vampires?
My thoughts on these vampires.
You out of water, I guess.
No, my water's right here. It's almost empty though. I've been drinking a lot of it.
You want my other water?
I don't want your water. I don't want to take your water. My thoughts on these vampires are, I can't use the word toxic. Okay. They're really hungry, you know.
Yes, they are.
Hello, doggy.
They're very hungry.
Pup.
They're very hungry vampires.
They're very hungry, and they just, you know what they remind me of, actually?
Toxic people. I was just playing. What?
They remind me of the Krites from Critters.
The Critters, yeah.
Especially the first movie.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they enter that town and
To eat.
they have that weird language like these vampires do. I mean, that's a weird comparison, but it kind of works.
You know what this movie put me in the mind of? Like I said, is The Thing. Most of the parts it put me in the mind of The Thing. Like there's several practical effects in this movie that look really good. This was shot in New Zealand, I want to say. You know, in a studio, in a soundstage and stuff, because you can't really have people shoot in like below freezing temperatures. And also shot.
I mean, you can, but you probably have lawsuits.
Also, Josh Hartnett had mono the first couple of days that they shot this. But
that's important information.
Hey man, the man worked hard with mono. But anyway,
I think he quit after this movie.
Quit acting?
Quit Hollywood, yeah.
For a while. Well, it's not this. So let me explain it. So
okay, go ahead.
Josh Hartnett, at this point in his career, he stopped doing studio films. He stopped doing big studio movies because he was fed up with the beast. And so he started doing more indie films or whatnot, you know. And but they wanted him for this film, and he did the film because he really like felt the character. And but yeah, after this, as you stated, he just kind of went back to, you know.
Yeah, I haven't seen him in anything since this movie.
Well, he was.
I know he's in Penny Dreadful.
Penny Dreadful, and he did good in it. Are you wanting to fight me? But yeah, so he did pretty good in that, and but I thought he did an excellent job. I think that people have a tendency to sleep on his performance. He came out around the same time It's Heath Ledger,
Yeah.
and there's a couple other ones that's in that little, I say, class of actors. And he might have been one of the more forgotten ones in the midst of everyone, but I think that he's still a really dynamic actor.
Yeah, I mean, I've always enjoyed him. I liked him in H2O. I liked him in The Faculty. Uh,
Okay.
what?
Yeah, no, go ahead. I like H. Yeah, I sort
I
of
don't.
at the time I liked H2O. Now,
I mean, I have some issues with Halloween films now,
oh, we're
but
gonna talk about it. Not right now though.
I mean, not the original, but the sequels. I mean, there's certain ones that just like it doesn't feel the same to me like it did when I was a kid, and I was like,
I guess you're looking at things as a kid under different glasses. You know what I
yeah,
mean? Like everything. Like as a kid, I was really into I don't know, like let's say the Disorderlies by the Fat Boys. I love that movie. It's a random movie, but I enjoy the movie. I like the Fat Boys. They were comedic. I laughed at all the pratfalls and Three Stooges esque type of activities. But as an adult, going back and watching the movie,
yeah.
you're like, this is pretty terrible. You know,
Well, I'm not saying they're terrible. I'm just
it's okay to say
the
that.
quality's
Like
not what I
six is pretty
remember.
bad.
Oh, the curse.
Yeah, six is pretty bad.
Yeah,
Halloween Resurrection is pretty bad too.
five. I didn't like five.
Uh,
I never really liked five though. So
yeah, I never really liked five either. I thought that they did. Here, do you want to make it to the window? Is that what you want to do? Here, there you go. I was gonna throw the dog.
do not throw the dog. We had this topic last week, man. You can't be throwing dogs.
We don't throw dogs, but the
Oh, I
dog.
sure don't.
No, but hope not. But anyway, um, let's get back to this movie.
Let's get back.
What was your thoughts on Marlo? I know you
Oh,
like him, like and Danny Houston.
I thought he was very intimidating. Like as far as vampires go, he's probably the most intimidating vampire I've ever seen on
Mhm.
film. He's really, I mean, Danny's a great actor though.
Yeah.
He's still around.
He's in Yellowstone.
Yeah.
He was in.
He was in the last London, not London. Angel Has Fallen. He was the villain in that. He was really, I mean, I like that movie. Most people probably don't, but I like it. It was a fun action movie.
You know, whenever I
He was
see
good.
Danny Houston, I immediately think of 30 Days a Night, no matter what he's in, because I can only see him now, like in that vampire form. That's
Yeah.
like the guy that is from what's that movie? You talked about us doing it, Dawn of the Dead, the remake.
Oh yeah.
Sniper.
Zack Snyder.
Yeah. This the guy that in the movie is the dude that was like having sex with the chick on camera. Like that guy. You know what I'm talking about? He went on to be a Modern Family. That guy. I guess I could have just said the dude that's on Modern Family. Phil. You know what I'm talking about?
Confession: I've never seen that show.
You're a horrible person. You should watch it. It's
No,
actually
thank
good
you. That's
show.
what I get told.
Oh, by a lot of people, I assume these days. But we ain't gonna worry about what they say about you, Brandon. We're gonna worry about what God says about you. And He says that
All
you're
right,
a sinner
all right.
in need of His grace.
All right.
Oh, now you Matthew McConaughey.
Hey, he's got
all
a
of
new
sudden.
show coming.
Oh, yeah, that's fine. But anyway, let's get back to this because we be doing these movies, man. We don't even be talking about them.
I'm trying to.
We're talking about 30 Days a Night, man.
Yeah, that's what we're talking
Some
about.
vampires to take over the town. I love the aerial views. They did a great job, man. Like set dressing, and they did a great job with mixing CGI with practical effects. One practical effect I want to say it's practical that I really enjoyed was the decapitation scene with the guy that he kills his family. You find out that he kills his family because he doesn't want them to turn.
Yeah.
So he kills
Towards
them.
the end of the movie, yeah, Billy.
Yeah, and so but when they go to get this little girl, he gets bit, right? He gets bit by someone.
Yeah.
Or he's in a factory, he gets bit, and he starts to turn, but he's screaming, and human screams, but the human screams morph into a vampiric scream, and it's very loud and screeching,
Yeah.
And it reminded me almost of. I go back to The Thing, because when the guy's head was coming off, you can hear the vocal cords stretching, and his voice is getting louder and louder until like the head pops off, and then like it lands on the ground, then it sprouts legs, and it's a totally different thing. Then, but I just hope The Thing. For those that wonder, The Thing is my favorite John Carpenter movie of all time. It's not actually Halloween. I love Halloween, but The Thing is a superior movie. I mean, there I said it.
You said it.
Yeah.
I have nothing to add to it.
Yeah.
But you're right. This movie reminds me so much of The Thing.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, just not just the atmosphere or the snow, or this small group of characters are fighting off these vampires, like they were fighting off that alien that would transform into humans and whatnot. But yeah, I mean, it's got you really connect with the characters that are trying to survive the 30 days of night, and you look it up, people.
Yeah, go ahead.
But I really I was very into the movie when I was watching it last night, which I'm glad I was into it. But because
I would hope so.
I mean I ain't gonna do it. But yeah, I was able to really focus on it and take it in that world, and I was captivated by this little world they created in Alaska. It's Alaska, right?
Alaska. Yeah. I was about to say Latin.
No, it's not Latin, but it's in Alaska. So I was very captivated by the world. I was captivated by the vampires and how gory the vampires get.
Yeah, I just see something that's gonna be great. I'm gonna bring it up.
Okay,
But go ahead.
go ahead, bring it up.
You know, you done?
Yeah, I am now.
All right. Anyway, so an actor in this movie that played Bo Bauer, this guy, this
Oh yeah,
Fu
him.
Manchu looking bloke, not Guy Pearce.
I don't
But
think people can see that,
but anyway,
I know who you're
this
talking about.
guy, he's been a character actor, been in a lot of stuff throughout his life. Um, he's but all right, he's in a movie. He's in the sequel for a movie that me and Brandon loved in 2020, 2019,
Sequel.
2019, 2020. Underwater. He's in
Oh,
Underwater Upside
that's not a
Down.
sequel. It's an original movie.
He's in Underwater Upside Down, Brandon. Listen to the words that's coming out of my
That's in a
mouth.
sequel.
Yes.
All right, all right, all right.
It's in post production right now, man. They
Oh.
done made it. They done filmed it.
I don't know how that movie flopped.
But it was great.
I loved it, but it did flop. I'm happy.
Because now things are gonna go to streaming. It doesn't matter if it flopped in theaters.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, and I'm glad that movie got a sequel, because that was a great movie. I'm sorry, that's not about this movie,
But he's in it, so
but he's in it, so it's kind of related to that. But this guy that was in this movie, his name is Mark Boone Jr. Um, man, I loved his character in it. So Josh Hartnett at the very beginning of the movie gives him a citation.
Yeah, citation.
Because his oil spilling on the snow on the ground, and that's a fine. And so he said, "You ain't got to do nothing about it, man, because we're out here. We're out here, man. We're free. We come here for freedom, man." And he's like, "Well, yeah, it's a citation for you." So anyway, and then his partner asks, "Hey, man, why are you busting his balls?" Essentially, he's why you don't mess with nobody. He's a nice guy. He says he lives so far out by himself. I like him to feel included in the town. Just every now and then I give him a citation to make him feel included. And so that's good, man. And it comes back later on in a sense of he does a really heroic thing to try to save the town. Ultimately ends to his head getting crushed by Marlo, but he tries to save the town, and he creates a great little trap for vampires. It was like, I thought he did a great job, and I just want to give him credit, man, for being an outstanding actor. He was also in Dark Knight, and he was in several other little movies. But
he played a cop in Dark Knight.
Yeah,
dirty cop.
He looks like he'll play a dirty cop. He also played a biker. I think he was in Sons of Anarchy. I believe he was in that show. That's where I've seen him the most.
I haven't seen that either.
I'm giving Brandon a look for those that's listening.
Watching and
No, they will be listening on Anchor, Brandon. Brandon, get your head in the game, Brandon. Let it go, Brandon.
let what go?
Okay. It's okay, Brandon.
Yeah, it's all right.
Everything's good, man. Yeah, Tiffany says it's good. Tiffany, you're still watching. You're the only one. We thank you. But I hope everybody watches later on. Like they're gonna be like, this is okay. Because I have ADHD and I'm going all over the place. So,
You know.
all right, let me stop. So this movie,
Yes, sir.
I think I put it on the list as one of the best vampire films in recent years. Not the best vampire films of all time. No, that honor will always be Lost Boys. I think I bust your balls on it, but really, Lost
Did you
Boys.
hear him? He bust my balls.
Lost Boys is truly probably the best vampire film. Although I like Fright Night, I'm partial to Fright Night.
Oh.
You know, something about that movie I love that movie.
You like the cheese?
It's not cheesy. What makes it cheesy?
Oh, that movie is very cheesy.
No.
It's got that 80s cheese.
And Lost Boys don't. Lost Boys.
Okay.
Lost Boys
Lost
is
Boys
Lost
has
Boys
that
is
80s
the Lost
coolness.
Boys is the TMT Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle cheesy New York City style piece of cheese.
Oh
of a
yeah,
movie.
that's what we're talking about.
That's what it is.
That's what it is. That's what it is. That's what it is.
Yeah. So hey, let's hear it. Let me get this right here for old Tiffy. Thank you for holding it down. I don't know what that emoji is. Is that a chicken? Oh, is it claps? I don't know. Well, the finger, man, you should go to the hospital with that one. But anyway, I'm just playing with you. Anyway, the no, I think that this is it's like if I had
it's
to,
the probably the best modern day vampire movie.
yeah, but honestly, at this present time, I can't think of a lot of them.
I don't remember the last vampire movie that came out.
Well, vampire, I think the genre.
Theatrical.
And we'll talk about this real quick. So do you feel like the genre of vampires is a dead genre?
Yes, because of Twilight.
Is it because of Twilight?
Yes, it's because of Twilight.
Like, has there been one since Twilight?
They've tried, but come on.
Like, so
Twilight did some damage.
Twilight did some damage, yes. But like, I think that sometimes genres just die, like zombie genre. I know that.
Yeah.
I know. What's that? What's about the zombies? What's the sequel that happened? It's forgettable.
To what?
There's Woody Harrelson in it.
Zombieland.
There you go, that one. Yeah.
I mean, I didn't hate it.
It's forgettable.
It's not as good as the first.
So
it doesn't even come close. But I mean, I didn't hate it.
Well, I think that it does a disservice to the fact that the first one was so good. When you make a really terrible,
I mean, the characters are still good.
The only thing I liked that in it was that one chick.
You didn't like Woody or Eisenberg? Their chemistry?
Not really.
Really?
Friday Night is way cheesier than Lost Boys. Tiffany, you are no longer allowed to comment. No, I'm just playing. No. No. Well, no. Okay. So Lost Boys, no. Friday Night, it has a cheese quality because you have
cheese.
You have Peter Vincent, the great vampire slayer. You have him in it, and he is this, Peter Cushing type of vampire killer type of guy that is in the Hammer type of film type of roles. Yeah. And you have this vampire that nobody believes in exists.
Nope.
And he's a seductive vampire.
Is he really though?
He is a seductive. He seduced Marcy Darcy.
I mean, if she's getting seductive, I mean, yeah,
seduced?
She's getting seductive. She's getting seduced, and yeah, I mean,
Marcy Darcy is a nice looking lady.
You know what, Peg?
She's married twice. Nobody remembers that, but anyway.
Woo!
All right.
That went down the wrong way.
Yeah, so did your whole life, buddy. I digress. I'm just playing with you.
All right.
But anyway, so.
All right.
What would you consider, if you can think of it? What would you consider your top 5 vampire films?
Oh God.
Is it not that many you can think five?
No, I mean I can think of. Okay, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I don't know. I'm just gonna go with it. Number one would be The Lost Boys. Number two, I'm gonna go 30 Days a Night. 3, Near Dark. 4, Fright Night.
She said, "Damn,
Yeah, and he's quite a character today, isn't he?
we out." Though.
Taking shots.
We both out.
Taking shots.
He was ready. We both out.
We out.
No, but anyway, what was the rest of your list?
Yes.
You said Lost Boys.
Lost Boys, not Near Dark. 30 Days a Night, Near
Okay.
Dark,
Okay.
Fright Night.
Okay.
I'm trying to really think of vampire flicks.
Twice Bitten. I was playing.
Once Bitten.
Once Bitten. Yeah.
Nah, I mean
It's too
fine for
comedic.
what it is.
It's not, yeah.
But
Vamp.
I've never seen that.
Never seen that with Grace Jones?
No.
You don't watch black movies, Brandon?
I do. Isn't it like a spoof?
No, it's a real legitimate movie from the 80s.
I should just say Brooklyn's. No.
No, it's Vampire
Vampire in Brooklyn with Eddie Murphy, right?
Blackula.
But I haven't seen it. Okay, I'll go classic.
You've never seen Blackula.
I'll go classic. Dracula, the original.
Of course you gotta go. The white one. Okay.
What do you mean the white one? It's the
Dracula.
original.
No, well, no. Actually, we're gonna.
I really love
I'm
that
gonna, I'm
movie.
gonna bring it back to
I
my
really love
five.
that movie.
I'll give you my five.
Go ahead.
The original is Nosferatu because it came out from Max Schreck. It's a silent film,
all right.
excellent film.
But it's not called Dracula, so I'm going with the
Well,
original.
they couldn't
title here.
because they couldn't because Bram Stoker's widow said heck to the no. And
Heck
so
to
they
the
was like,
no.
you know, we're gonna make it anyway. We're gonna change some parts, But
Change
anyway,
some parts.
Nosferatu. I would say that's not number one. I would say number one would be Fright Night for me. So Nosferatu, Fright Night. I'm just gonna name them because I can't put them in order right now. 30 Days a Night.
See what happens when you just come up with it on the fly?
Nosferatu, Fright Night.
Speaking
30
of,
Days
he
a
does
Night.
have his fly zipped. He was worried. Hey, you taking shots at me? I gotta do something.
All right. Yeah, because we don't want darkness. Anyway, so 30 Days a Night, Fright Night, Nosferatu, Your Little Lost Boys, and
My
then
Little Lost Boys.
and then I would say the fifth and final one that I had to throw off in there would be Near Dark. Those are but it's crazy because I think the vampire film genre, even though there has been several of them, there's been Hammer films and all these other ones. I don't feel like that the vampire horror films is as and I did get on you and I didn't choose a black horror movie. I'm sorry, but Blackula for its time was very innovative. Like the way that they took a black vampire and gave him style and class, and he was like a free man at the very, very beginning. He gets transformed by Dracula. Or was he a slave and he got transformed by Dracula? I can't recall. But anyway, I got it up here somewhere. But anyway, but then you have Vamp, Grace Jones, and then you have Death by Temptation. So there's like three black vampire movies I can name.
I take one back. Dracula, I take back.
Okay.
From Dusk Till Dawn. I thought that was a lot of fun.
Oh yeah, I forget about Dusk Till Dawn. I honestly forgot about that movie. It is okay. That's probably honestly one of the best vampire films. And I'm not a big Tarantino guy.
Well, he didn't direct it. He's only.
It was the Rodriguez.
Rodriguez.
It's not a Tarantino film.
No.
Oh
I mean,
man.
I guess you could say.
I mean, they're pretty much the same person. Listen.
They're not the same person.
Rodriguez and Tarantino's pretty much they are pretty much like the other ends of each coin, my man. All right, they both directed a segment in Four Rooms. Have you seen Four Rooms? With Tim Roth?
No.
And
Bruce Willis in it?
I don't think. Yeah, Bruce is in it. I think he's in one of the rooms. Is it because Bruce is in it? You gotta step up your movie thing, man. Since that you now don't have streaming because of your situation, you gotta probably go out and buy some stuff.
I swear, Aaron, if you say one more thing about my situation,
might want to go out there get you to 4 rooms. Not real, but if you get a place for 4 rooms, that'd be great.
Woo!
But anyway, let's see. Thank you. Oh, she didn't comment. No one else. All right, Tiffany, I'm gonna put it up every time you comment. All right, anybody else? If I see it, I think she's commenting on YouTube for us to see it, and we can put it on there. But anyway,
I feel like this is Brandon's roast. How y'all feel?
hey, Brandon, do you like potatoes and carrots with your roast?
I like potatoes.
You look like you like a potato, brother.
I do. I like potatoes.
I like potatoes too, my man. I can't have them really because the pre-diabetes. But anyway, I still have them because
He can't have them, but he still has
in
them.
moderation.
Right.
Anyway,
I didn't know if this vampire review was going to be my roast, but
yeah,
it is what it is.
This is 30 days of Brandon getting roasted, getting in that. Anyway,
I mean, this is therapeutic though, so here we go.
So tell me, Brandon, ultimately, your thoughts at the end,
Are we going to the end?
Because at this point we've been filming for 45 minutes.
We're gonna go to the end now.
Or where you want to go?
Do you have go to the end? No. When Josh,
tell me about what was your thoughts on the decapitation scene? What were your thoughts on the little girl scene?
Oh, and she. Oh yeah, that's man. Personally. I don't like seeing little kids get butchered in film.
Nobody does.
And
unless you're, Hitler or something. Probably.
But
I don't know why I went there.
I don't know why you went there either. But no, I don't know. I didn't like that, so I won't pass on that. I didn't care for it.
I was trying to see if we had any more comments. We didn't. So
it's all right.
It's only Tiffany. So thank you, Tiffany. Anyway, so
what'd you think of the little girl getting?
Yeah, she had to die. I mean, if it's me being nice to the little girl, or the little girl trying to kill me and turn me into a vampire, the little girl gotta go.
The little girl gotta go.
She gotta go. Her little pigtail little self gotta go. Yeah. I'm sorry. It is what it is. Listen, I wouldn't have survived in this movie. I would have died in A1. I ain't gonna lie to you.
You would have died when the two guys were trying to have a threesome with the girl at the station. I think it was the station.
They were. Was that what they trying to?
They were doing paper rock scissors for whose house they were gonna go to.
I thought they were just want to go and get drunk.
They even mentioned threesome.
Oh,
where were you?
Clearly,
and she was up for it. So
clearly, well, she got
those vampires.
She got torn into some threesomes.
Yeah, she got torn into some. She got
Brandon, don't go there. Anyway,
don't go where? I ain't going.
You gotta go somewhere.
I ain't going nowhere.
You gotta do something. Anyway,
I'm not doing anything. Why are you always accusing me?
Why is everybody always accusing you?
That is a good question.
Yeah. Well, maybe one day you find an answer, or maybe you'll just move on from it.
I'm Aaron.
I'll just play with you. So, all right. What's your thoughts about the decapitation?
I'm like the Jeffersons. I'm moving on up. Okay.
Yep. All you need in life is a Weezy, and then it will be true.
I figured you would like this,
George.
Since it was a black show, not the
It was a black show created by white folks, so is it really truly a black show?
Oh my God! I can't win.
I'm just playing with you, man. But hey, we have our own stuff these days, so we're good. All right. Anyway, what was your thoughts on the decapitation scene? Did it remind you of John Carpenter stuff? You didn't think of the thing when that was happening?
No, I mean, no, not really. No. You thought of the thing?
Yeah. I thought, why did he have to inject himself with the vampire serum? That's one thing I never understood.
Because he had to kill him. There's the only way to kill him. The main guy.
The only way to kill the vampire is to become a vampire?
Yeah.
But didn't they kill them successfully earlier?
Not the main one.
So the main one you can't kill. But other subsequent vampires you can kill.
I mean,
that's not even good movie logic.
Just go with it. I mean, See, when you think too much about it, you ruin your movie viewing
Yeah,
experience.
yeah, that's
What are
true.
you dancing with me? Come on.
What is he? Brandon, stop dancing. The world's watching. All right, so
The what?
the world is watching.
The dog wanted to dance. I'm gonna dance with the dog. Okay.
Oh, you Whitney Houston? I want to dance with somebody. I want to feel the heat with somebody.
Oh boy. No, I don't want to feel no heat with nobody.
No more. But yeah.
Oh my
I'm
god.
just playing with you, Brandon. Anyway, therapeutic. So let's go to the end of the movie.
Can we please?
Yeah. So the end of it. Tell us what happened at the end.
Josh Harden becomes a vampire and kills the main bad guy.
Okay.
Pretty simple and straightforward. No, it's a really good fight though, right?
Mm-hmm.
Tell them about the fight.
I don't recall all of it, but he slid up under. He slid. He did like a little baseball slide thing.
Yeah.
And he caught him off guard and killed the vampire.
Like
And
I don't know if he punched him or if he like stabbed him in the mouth. I feel like it was a punch. It went right through his mouth, back of his head.
mm-hmm.
It felt like to me like Jason X.
Well, yeah.
Or
except he didn't look at it weird.
yeah.
Good reference. Good reference. Although nobody likes that movie.
No one.
But I did because I seen it in theaters. So
I liked it when I saw it in
free.
theaters. Well, it wasn't free for me, but it
Because
was my
I had perks. I used to work there.
that was my first time seeing Jason in a theater, so
That was your first one.
it was special. So
That was the first Jason
That was-
Voorhees film.
yeah,
Friday 13th.
I wasn't allowed to go watch Jason or any other horror films early on in my childhood.
Mrs. and Mr. Spivey, you kind of ruined your child.
Well,
Don't get
more
quiet. We
shots
need.
taken. I feel this has been a roast.
Anyway, all right. So, anyway,
Yeah.
he
Anyway,
punches him in the mouth. He kills the guy. But then him and his wife exchanged, go to the cliff, and I love this scene because it's juxtaposed with the beginning of the movie with him standing and looking at the sun going down. But he is human. That was his last sunset, and he didn't even know that he was gonna die the next day. But anyway, or the 30 days later.
Yeah.
But anyway, and so he's there with his wife, and she's holding him, and he dies. He burns up, man.
yeah, he just burns.
And I guess in the sequel, does she come back or something?
I wouldn't watch the sequel. Aaron.
I've never seen the sequel.
It went straight to video.
I'm just gonna consider this as the only movie that they made, and it's sad that it didn't get as much fanfare as it could. I think that now is in the cult classic status.
Yep.
Because I think people have Gen X, is that what you call those little kids these days? I think they have gone back and watched this and was like, man, this is actually a really good movie, decent film. You know, if you want to see a good vampire film, don't watch Twilight. I mean, it's not that I'd hate it, because I watched it and I liked it for some of the elements, some of the effects and things like that. I never liked the sparkling thing, and then they got more away from that with the other films. They didn't really showcase that as much, which is good, because that's never been like, don't just say I'm gonna create my own myth when it comes to vampires, because we have something to go off of, right? But if you want to watch a good vampire film, watch this or watch any of the other ones that we stated. Near Dark, Dusk to Dawn, From Dusk to Dawn. Even though that was pretty long, man. You're okay if you don't watch it.
Pretty long.
Look, let me tell you a story. So when I first seen From Dusk to Dawn, I was spending the night with my friend Jerry. With me, Jerry, and my cousin Jamal was all hanging out over there at Jerry's house. They lived in Nutterville, I think, at the time.
Nutterville.
Nutterville, it's a real place. They got.
I've heard some weird names here lately.
You should go check them out. There's free.
I don't think I'm.
They're not free, but you know.
Yeah, I ain't gonna go to a place called Nutterville. That just sounds like I'm gonna get raped. You know, it just sounds bad.
Brandon, you might not. You'll be okay.
I hope I don't.
We hope you
That's
don't
what
either.
I'm hoping for.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah. So anyway, Nutterville, Jerry's house. So we're there, and he put on From Dusk to Dawn. This is old school VHS. There's no such thing as DVDs back in this time. So he put it on the DVD, the VHS, and I first part of the movie, I remember I was like, man, it's like people are being held hostage and stuff. and I fell asleep.
Oh yeah.
And then I woke up and they was at the border. I'm like, okay, and I fell asleep again.
That was my first.
And then I woke up again and they was at the bordello. And then I fell asleep and then there's vampires. And I was like, what is this movie?
It's my first experience with Salma Hayek with the big snake.
Oh, you know what? Hey, I'm gonna also say this. I know this is controversial. I don't find Selma Hayek attractive. I just don't see it. I don't see it. I'm not there. I don't. Neither do I see Penelope Cruz. She's just not. She don't do it for me. Eva Mendes though. Watch out. Am I right or am I right? Up top, Brand.
No, you dissed Salma Hayek. I can't give you
That's
up
okay.
top.
No, that's okay. The world disses Selma Hayek.
No, they do not.
Nobody really likes Selma Hayek.
They do.
Name one movie other than this that you liked the verse. One.
Fools Rush In.
What is that?
Matthew Perry. When he was still
She was in that movie?
Yeah, she was in that movie.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that movie. See, nobody liked that movie either. Name another one. Like, can you name other than Whole 9 Yards, another Matthew Perry movie that you like?
Matthew Perry? That movie with Zac Efron. I liked him in it.
What movie?
But I don't know.
Are you just making up a movie?
No, he starts off, he's Matthew Perry, then he goes back to high school and he's Zac Efron. So.
Going on 30, pushing 20.
I think it's Jennifer Garner.
Oh, that was a better one. No, what's it called? 17 Again.
Yeah, that's it.
It's kind of like the movie with George Burns. He did it before. You know, that's a whole nother genre of films. Movies where people come either switch bodies or go back to being the childhood version of themselves, or like Bruce Willis and the kid have a whole conversation and go and take your kid self out to have dinner.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I've seen the kid.
Kid's good.
Yeah, it was not bad. But anyway, so why did I get there? What happened? Where?
Matthew Perry. Salma Hayek.
17 Again. She put, Tiffany says 17 Again. 17 Again. She is on top of it, man. That's good. And we got 4 people watching. Hey, thank you for joining us. For those who's watching us, I know we're all over the place. We're talking about 30 Days a Night. So what do you think about the character dying? Do you feel like that it was necessary?
I mean, he stuck himself with vampire blood. Of course he's going to die.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it was necessary. I mean,
he could have at the last minute changed his mind and yeet his wife off the cliff.
All right, if he'd done that though, he wouldn't have saved the day. He wouldn't have killed the vampires. His wife would have died. The kid would have died.
You know, just started over again. So yeah, now I'm in charge. I said yeet his wife off the cliff. He'd be like, that's okay, swerve. But no, you're right.
Yeah, actually, kind of looking at hindsight, since the next day was going to be sunlight. I mean, I guess he could have sacrificed, his wife. But he made the right call.
To fight the vampire? I mean, because we need an ending.
To sacrifice himself, kill the vampire, get rid of them.
Listen, that tells me never to move to Alaska, where it's darkness for 30 days. Nobody wants that.
I think I would like Alaska.
You look like you like Alaska. You look like a little Eskimo.
I mean, I'm white. I'm really white.
What they got to do with? No, not that reason.
Alaska. I mean, it's very cold.
Yeah, well, yeah, I guess so. I don't know. I don't know where we're going with that. But all right, let's go ahead and give our mark.
Go ahead, Aaron.
I'm gonna give this 4 markouts out of 5.
He's gonna give it 4.
Who is that voice?
If you will.
Who are you right now? Are you Dusty?
No, I'm not Dusty. I can't do Dusty. Hey, Pop.
The son of a plumber.
I'm gonna give it 4.5.
4.5. That's a good one. Any reason?
I really enjoyed the movie, Aaron.
That's a good enough reason. All right.
Yeah. I think it's my favorite second favorite vampire film. So.
And yeah, I think that they did a great job. I thought that it helped tell the story. These characters survived. Oh, real quick, I want to talk about this scene before we cut off. The scene where the scene.
Come on up. Come on.
The scene. Stop patting your leg, man. You're weird, weirdo.
You pet the leg. They jump.
Do you see him jumping?
He's trying.
he's looking at you like, hey man, you look like a big snack. Yum yum.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway,
Tell us about the scene, Aaron. Tell us the scene.
I just realized you got
I got what?
him on your wrist there.
Jigsaw?
There you go. But anyway, the scene. They take the girl. They
There
use the
you
girl
go.
for bait. Hey, he did it. They use the girl for bait, and have her parading out in the middle of the street, going through the town, calling for help.
Oh yeah.
While the vampire is just creeping on the rooftops, just trying to see if there's any other living survivors. Um, and I love that. I love that scene. I thought it was very, very brutal, like especially her end.
Yeah.
And just really, really captivating. It was a really captivating scene. Any thoughts on that scene, or any thoughts on the movie before we end this?
I thought the scene was, like you said, brutal. They were using
Stop
her.
licking his hand. What are you doing, bro?
It's what dogs do, Aaron. They lick.
You're licking to Brandon right now.
Anyway, I don't know where I was at because he's going to stop licking his hand. Just Jesus.
My bad. My bad. Sorry to interrupt your personal time.
It was a good scene. It was just a good scene. Yeah. I have nothing else to add.
All right, that's fine. All right, so next week we're planning on doing Blazing Saddles.
Sorry, you forgot.
No, I wouldn't forget because you got it. I let you borrow it.
Yeah, you let
I
me.
don't forget that I let people borrow movies, man. I know where it's at.
Yeah, it's.
I know where another one's at too. Anyway,
I don't have another one.
I know you don't. But we're doing Blazing Saddles, and we're gonna be enjoying some Mel Brooks comedy, action, western theme stuff. This is his second Mel Brooks film that you're watching.
Mm-hmm. First one was Spaceballs.
I started him too high. I feel because you'll probably like this, but it's not Spaceballs. Spaceballs is like Spaceballs, man.
Spaceballs is the ceiling, right?
Spaceballs is the freaking ceiling. Although this is fun, Spaceballs is like it's Spaceballs. It's a different like you said Spaceballs was
I
consider that
better than Star Wars.
I wasn't gonna say that. So
I actually do.
You said something else. You said you put it in the canon of
Star Wars.
Star Wars, man.
Yeah, I do that too.
Yeah. But I actually
liked it better.
Yeah, you liked it better. I'm turning to you. So tell me. Tell me why you liked it better, Brandon.
I think it's just the comedy aspect to it.
So with the other Star Wars movie that they did where they had more comedic stuff like the J.J. Abrams stuff, they had more comedy inserted into it. Do you feel like it's trying too hard? Whereas this one just naturally was funny?
No, like Force Awakens, I think, is the best film in that trilogy. But
I agree.
I didn't like the second movie. I thought the third one was good, but
because of fan service.
It had fan service, and I think any film that big is going to have fan service. But I just liked. I think it's the cast in Spaceballs I really liked.
Yeah,
they all brought
John Candy,
their A game. I really,
Pullman.
I laughed like start to finish.
It's an excellent film.
Movie.
It's an excellent movie, man. And I own it. I love that I own that movie. I love that all Mel Brooks films, and not all Mel Brooks films are great. Some of them are really good. Like this next one we're watching next week, I think it's one of those. Is a really good movie, but Spaceballs is the ceiling, as you stated. It's hard to top, but I don't want you. But think about it that way. Don't like. Well, I don't want you to be better, but I want you to just enjoy the film. But anyway, next week, doing Blazing Saddles. I almost said Spaceballs. We're doing Blazing Saddles. And then it's your pick. You got anything?
Not at the moment.
We gotta see what he has, and we'll get back to you. In the meantime, and in between time, Aaron Whitlow.
I'm Brandon's father. I don't know why he does this.
And we are the Markout Movie Podcasters. You deflated. What
Do you want me to say it?
Yeah, say it.
All right. We are the Markout Movie Podcasters.
Thank you for marking out with us. And we're ending it.